We're back with more with Lupita and Nyong'o from 12 Years a Slave, and now we're switching from the emotional stuff to the more superficial. I mean, you even cry with great beauty. Have you ever had a pimple? You're like flawless.
I mean, this skin, seriously, Lupita, it's just not fair.
Right. Well, I definitely, growing up, I had really bad skin. I had a skin disorder.
No.
Actually. Yes, I did. And my mother went to great lengths to try and find something to remedy it. And I remember she took a trip to Madagascar and came back with all these alternative medicinal herbs and stuff, and they didn't smell so good, but I think they worked some magic.
They worked all right. We need to bottle that up and sell it on the market.
Exactly. I'll buy like 20 bottles. Well, judging from this wall and all the glorious praise that has come out about your look, you're a darling of the red carpet. What's it feel like to have Vogue declare you its it girl this month, and to have fashionistas falling over themselves to dress you?
It's thrilling, you know. This is an area that I didn't plan for, and that I'm enjoying. It's something new that I'm learning, and what's becoming very obvious to me is that fashion is art, and it's so great to be introduced to designers who are doing things that express something about me, and I'm loving finding myself in clothing.
Well, I know Anna Wintour loves dressing you. How was it wearing those clothes, and what was it like meeting her?
Well, she's the editor of Vogue, so
Right.
she just adores having you in a magazine. I mean, for her
That's true.
to give you that platform and say that you are a Vogue it girl, not very many women of color have had that honor.
When I met Anna, I just seen the September issue documentary, and then I met her like the very next week, and it was a moment, definitely a moment, and she was so sweet and gracious.
Anna Wintour and sweet.
Sweet?
The same sentence. Okay,
Interesting.
that's wonderful. Now, is it true you hate shopping?
I do.
No.
I don't believe that.
I don't like to shop at all.
What?
Yeah, I'm not very. I have trouble with too much choice. It's overwhelming to walk into a store and then that's just too much.
So how do you always look amazing on the red carpet? Do you have a decision in what your stylist is dressing you in?
Oh, most definitely. And
Okay.
I have a very talented stylist, and Michaela Erlanger, and she has this ability of making everyone she dressed look like themselves. And she listens, and she listens to your taste, and she has the talent to make it happen. And I adore working with her. So it's really, it's an art project.
So you don't like to shop, but are you a girly girl? You like all the dressing up and the pock'em circumstance that goes along with it?
Yes, now I do.
Okay, now you do.
Now you do.
Now I do. I definitely like days off from that as well. You know, I like to be in pajamas and, sneakers sometimes.
I can't see you in sneakers.
I bet she looks amazing in sneakers and pajamas as well.
Balmain or Celine. One of my dear friends, speaking of adoration, adores you because she says you're beautiful, you're bright, and you're bald. Talk to us about your signature cropped hairstyle. When did you come to embrace this look, and how has it been received?
It happened when I was, I want to say 19. And I had relaxed hair, and it was up until my shoulders, and I would go to the salon every week to have it curled or retouched, and I dyed my hair green and blue and maroon and you name it. And two things happened. I got fed up of going to the salon. I just wanted less time grooming so that I could get more stuff done. and then also I realized that if I continued messing up with my hair, I'd probably be completely bald by the age of 40. So I just shaved it all off.
Wow.
And I was completely a skinhead. And it was so liberating. And I discovered that the shape of my head wasn't so bad. And so I grew my hair a little, and ever since then, I just don't have the patience to grow it again. But I do enjoy wearing a wig from time to time in the privacy of my house.
Right.
So what does your name Lupita mean?
It's the diminutive of the name Guadalupe.
Guadalupe.
Yeah, so I was born in Mexico, and so my parents wanted to give me a Mexican name. And my father's name is Peter, and in Luo, to lure means to follow. And so he thought it was cute to have a Mexican name that also meant that I followed him to Mexico.
Wow.
But you're Kenyan.
Yes.
Okay. Were you raised in Kenya? And when did you emigrate to the U.S.?
I came here first for my undergraduate program at Hampshire College.
Hampshire College.
And let's talk about a little bit about that background, because you've been acting your whole life. What was your first, besides this, your big break into the industry?
Well, in Kenya, my big break was playing Juliet at the Repertory Theatre when I was 14, in Romeo and Juliet. And it was amazing. Since before that, I had been a village girl in a school show and a passerby. I remember my first lines on stage were "coming down the street there."
Still remember those lines today.
Yeah, because I just came to life on stage. I just loved it so much. Yeah.
And so when did you decide to pursue a career in the arts, and what did your parents make of your decision?
I decided to pursue a career in the arts after Hampshire College. I moved back home to Kenya, and I was just going through this crisis of what is my life going to look like? And I had this image of myself at 60, looking back on my life, and I felt that I was going to really regret having not tried to be an actor. And while I was at Hampshire College, I worked on The Constant Gardener over a summer holiday. And Ray Fiennes and I had a conversation in which she asked me what I wanted to do. And I said very timidly that I wanted to be an actor. And he sighed, took in a deep breath and said, "Lupita, if there's anything else you want to do with your life, do that instead. Only act if you feel like you can't live without it." And it wasn't what I wanted to hear, but it was what I needed to hear.
Wow.
And it took me 3 years from that point to finally utter it out loud that I wanted to be an actor and really understand for myself what it meant.
So what's next now? Of course, after winning a Golden Globe and an Oscar, because we're claiming it right now.
You better knock on some wood before you...
Okay. All right, we'll just say it in our own little hearts. So what's next?
I don't know. I mean, I did another film, Nonstop, with Liam Neeson and Julianne Moore that comes out February 28th. And I don't know what the future holds, but I'm hopeful, and I feel I'm really happy with where I am right now.
I'm sure there are great things in store for you.
Yes, a bright future. Thank you so much for being here, Lupita. Thank you for sharing. And good luck!
Yes, fingers crossed, knocking on wood still, fingers crossed.
Thank you.
And you're watching Arise Entertainment 360.